Hey, hey, fearless souls. It's your girl, Dr. DeYonne Parker, the Courage Catalyst. And honey, I'm that hand on your back that pushes you out of your comfort zone all the way into your courage zone. Yes, welcome back to Fearless Friday. And if this is your first time in, welcome in. This is your weekly boost of courage. And I love being your host to do that. This episode today, you saw I jumped right in there, right? I'm so excited. Can't wait to tell you what we're going to talk about. This episode is one I know, again, that we all need. Yep, we all need this. We're going to talk about owning our ask. Yep, our ask, A-S-K. So make sure you heard that right. Owning our ask and knowing how to advocate for what we need. That's a topic, right? I think that's a hard thing for a lot of us is to own it, right? To ask for what we need, right? So let's be honest. Asking for what we need can feel a little scary. It can feel a little icky as well for some of us because we don't like it, right? Whether it's asking for a raise or, that promotion or pitching your business idea, setting a boundary, right? Or simply just saying, I need help. That's hard for a lot of us. And many of us shrink back when we have to do it, hoping that someone along the way is just going to notice that our value, right? And give us what we need and what we deserve without us having to even speak up or ask for it. They're just going to notice it. They're going to notice I need help. They're going to notice I need that promotion because I'm really good at what I do. They're going to notice that they should have given me a raise 2 roles ago, right? They're going to notice. But here's the truth, my friends. My grandmother used to say this. My mama says this. Closed mouths don't get fed. Listen, just saying. Closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're the one that's shrinking back and not asking for what you need and playing small, it doesn't serve your purpose at all. I'm just telling you that from experience. Listen, I only coach from my scars. And so I'm letting you know I have experience in this, right? So today we're going to talk about how we own our ask. We're going to walk in our boldness. And we're going to learn how to literally advocate for the things that we need, but we're going to do it without apology and do it with authority. You ready? All right. So I'm coming with my 3 tips. So get your pens and your paper because I'm about to drop some gems on you, okay? All right. Number 1 is really getting clear on what you really need. Now, I know, that probably seems really simple, but it really isn't because the clearer you are on what you need, the more confident you're going to feel in the ask. And then you're going to make that courageous move to actually ask. Okay. So what I mean, again, let me break that down. Getting clear on what you really need. You can't ask clearly if you do not know what it is that you need. So before you walk in to make that ask, I want you to pause for just a minute and get really honest. Get really honest. What do I need in this moment? What do I want in this moment? What do I deserve in this moment? What will support my growth, my vision, my pace, my peace, my purpose? Yep, all those P's. What will support it? So get really clear, clarify, get really, really clear on what it is. So know your ask before you really have to serve it up and understand why it matters. Okay? Understand why it matters. That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to detach from the outcome and stay attached to your worth. Yep. Detach from the outcome. but stay attached to your worth. What does that mean? What are you talking about, Dr. D? Detached from the outcome. Yep, I know it sounds a little hard, but I need you to really understand what I mean there. The fear of rejection literally is what keeps us silent. None of us like a no. We don't like it. We already anticipate it. So we're like, ooh, somebody's going to say no. I'm just going to. So it keeps our mouths closed. But remember, the answer doesn't define your value. The answer, it doesn't define you, whether you get a no or not, whether you get a yes. It doesn't define your value or your worth. Literally, your worth is not up for negotiation. It just isn't. It's not up for negotiation. So I want you to ask boldly, knowing that no does not shrink you. It doesn't take away from who you are. It does not define you. And a yes doesn't make you more worthy. You already are. You already are. So you just need to know that. The win is really in the ask itself. You won already because you were bold enough to open your mouth. You are better for it. You'll feel better for it. You won't regret that you didn't ask, right? You opened your mouth. You did the thing. You did a hard thing by doing just that. You asked. Okay? So understand that. That really means that you have to detach yourself from the outcome, but stay attached to your worth. Stay attached to it. Okay, number 3, practice the ask. Yep, giving you homework. I need you to practice the ask before you make it. Yep, courage is a muscle. You gotta exercise it. You gotta move it, exercise it. It literally means that you've got to practice this ask. I want you to say it out loud. I want you to roll around with it. I want you to practice it with a friend. I want you to role play it in the mirror if you have to. I don't care. Practice the ask before you make it because you'll feel confident enough to do it once you've practiced it, okay? So whether you're walking into a meeting or drafting up a proposal or having a really tough conversation, you got to own it. Own your words before you speak them. Own your words before you speak them. Practice it. The more you practice, the more natural asking becomes. Okay? So practice it because this is not a muscle that a lot of us have built with owning our ask and really getting comfortable with that. Because once you do this, it's going to build that muscle for you because the next time you have to ask for something, you're going to remember this, right? That you've detached yourself from the outcome. You know your worth, right? You're already going to be clear on what the ask is and what you want from it, right? You practiced it, right? Right. I know. I'm glad that I know that you understand. Okay, so I'm just wanting you to really let that sink in. And I'm going to leave you with an affirmation. So get ready for it. So I want you to repeat after me or write it down so you can repeat it later. I am allowed to ask for what I need. I am worthy of being heard. I will not shrink to make others comfortable. Let me say that again. I am allowed to ask for what I need. I am worthy of being heard, and I will not shrink to make others comfortable. All right? So, whether it's a seat at the table, a better opportunity, or more support in your day-to-day, you have permission to ask for what you need. So ask for it, and you have the courage to do it. Yes, you do. All right. Well, if this episode once again spoke to you, my friends, first of all, contact me if you want to go further because I'm here to help you. Again, I am that hand on your back, honey, that's pushing you into your courage zone. I'm your truth teller. I'm your purpose pusher. And if you need a strategy, I am your girl. Contact me if you want to go further in your coaching. And if this episode blessed you in any way, if it helped you and it resonated with you, share it with somebody. Allow them to understand that they need to own their ask and walk boldly in it as well. Don't keep this good stuff to yourself. All right? All right, my friends. Well, happy Fearless Friday. Again, it's Dr. DeYonne Parker, the Courage Catalyst, and you have just been pushed into your courage zone. I'll see you next Fearless Friday. Bye-bye.